Stephen Domingo is 26 years old, an infantryman who served in combat and, according to prosecutors, wanted, in his words, to give Americans, quote, a taste of the terror they gladly spread all over the world.
Mr. Domingo repeatedly spoke about becoming a martyr. And at one point, he said he would pledge allegiance to ISIS if they managed to create a presence in the United States.
Investigators say Domingo posted an online message on March 3rd saying that, quote, America needs another Vegas event, an apparent reference to the 2017 mass shooting in Las Vegas that killed 59 people. He then began discussing seeking revenge for the New Zealand mosque shootings that killed 50 people. At that point, an FBI informant began talking with him online about his plans. Domingo allegedly talked about bombing the busy Santa Monica Pier and then settled on attacking a planned white nationalist rally due to take place in Long Beach this past weekend. He bought 8 pounds of nails for a bomb and handed them to a man he believed to be a bomb maker, but who was actually an undercover police officer. He was arrested just 2 days before his planned attack after he was given the bombs that he believed to be real and began surveying the area where he intended to set them off. The U.S. attorney in charge of this case described Domingo as a man who was, quote, consumed with hate and bent on mass murder. The U.S. attorney also praising the joint effort by law enforcement agencies to identify Domingo and prevent what prosecutors called a chilling terror plot that could have killed hundreds of innocent Americans.
April 12, 2012. The New York Times published an article called Terrorist Plots Hatched by the FBI. The United States has been narrowly saved from lethal terrorist plots in recent years. Or so it has seemed. A would-be suicide bomber was intercepted on his way to the Capitol. A scheme to bomb synagogues and shoot Stinger missiles at military aircraft was developed by men in Newburgh. And a fanciful idea to fly explosive-laden model planes into the Pentagon and the Capitol was hatched in Massachusetts.
Firdaus, 26, of Massachusetts, allegedly planned to attack the Pentagon and Capitol building using remote-controlled aircraft laden with C4 plastic explosives. Court documents say that Firdaus began plotting a jihad in 2010, modifying cell phones to act as switches for roadside bomb attacks on U.S. troops overseas. He then started planning the Pentagon attack and traveled to Washington on a reconnaissance mission. Firdaus was arrested at a storage unit in Framingham after receiving 6 assault rifles, grenades and 25 pounds of fake plastic explosives from the agents.
But all these dramas were facilitated by the FBI, whose undercover agents and informers posed as terrorists offering a dummy missile, fake C4 explosives, a disarmed suicide vest and rudimentary training. Suspects naively played their parts until they were arrested. When an Oregon College student, Mohammed Osman Mohammed, thought of using a car bomb to attack a festive Christmas tree lighting ceremony in Portland, the FBI provided a van loaded with 6 55-gallon drums of inert material harmless blasting caps, a detonator cord and a gallon of diesel fuel to make the van smell flammable. An undercover FBI agent even did the driving, with Mr. Mohammed in the passenger seat. To trigger the bomb, the student punched a number into a cell phone and got no boom, only a bust.
Now, after his arrest in Portland, Oregon on Friday night, a young homegrown terror suspect pleaded not guilty in federal court today. Margaret Warner has the story.
Mohammed Osman Mohammed's arraignment came 3 days after he allegedly tried to set off a car bomb in downtown Portland. The charge, attempting to use a weapon of mass destruction. In Washington, U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder made his first public comment on the case.
We were able to thwart somebody who clearly had the intention, by his own words and by his actions, to harm a great many people, to do real serious damage to property, to put at risk the lives of American citizens, including children.
The 19-year-old Somali American was arrested late Friday not far from this intersection as he reportedly tried to detonate by cell phone what he thought was a bomb. The bomb had been placed near a crowded Christmas tree lighting ceremony in a large public square. Federal officials said the FBI had recorded Mohamud saying earlier, "I want whoever is attending that event to leave either dead or injured." In fact, the bomb was an elaborate fake, supplied by the FBI in a 6-month sting operation. Agents first contacted Mohamud last June via email, posing as an associate of a man he was in touch with overseas. The plot unfolded from there, with 2 undercover agents assisting Mohamud. Attorney General Holder today rejected any suggestion that Mohamud was lured into committing illegal acts.
I am confident that there is no entrapment here, and no entrapment claim will be found to be successful. There were, as I said, a number of opportunities that the subject in this matter, the defendant in this matter, was given to retreat, to take a different path. He chose at every step to continue.
Since Mohamud's arrest, leaders in the Muslim and Somali American communities in Oregon have spoken out to condemn the alleged bomb attempt. But someone set a fire Sunday at an Islamic center in nearby Corvallis, where Mohamud had attended services. The FBI began an arson investigation, and police stepped up patrols around other Islamic sites in the area. And for more, we're joined by Maxine Bernstein of the Oregonian newspaper. She's been reporting on the case since Friday's arrest. Maxine, welcome. A member of your reporting team was in court today. What can you tell us about it? What was heard from Mohamud and his or his lawyer?
Well, it was a brief court appearance. He appeared for about 15 minutes. He was let in, from what I understand, with his ankles shackled. He wore a light blue shirt, and he spoke quietly with his defense attorney and answered the judge's questions in a very quiet voice. Yes, Your Honor. He was arraigned on the one charge of attempted use of a weapon of mass destruction, and he pleaded not guilty to the charge. It was a packed courtroom, some supporters, there was immediate family and friends, and others had to couldn't get into the courtroom because there was no more space. But afterwards, his federal public defender questioned whether this 19-year-old man was essentially groomed to commit a crime by federal officials, and he raised the question of whether federal officials had entrapped his client.
This is legal, but is it legitimate? Without the FBI, would the culprits commit violence on their own? Is cultivating potential terrorists the best use of the manpower designed to find the real ones? Judging by their official answers, the FBI and the Justice Department are sure of themselves. Too sure, perhaps. Carefully orchestrated sting operations usually hold up in court. Defendants invariably claim entrapment and almost always lose, because the law requires that they show no predisposition to commit the crime, even when induced by government agents. To underscore their predisposition, many suspects are warned about the seriousness of their plots and given opportunities to back out, said Dean Boyd, the Justice Department spokesman. But not always. Recorded conversations show that sometimes they are coaxed to continue.
Let's get a new tape going. All right, Richard, here's what we're going to do.
We need a voice exemplar.
I want you to say into this phone, there's a bomb in Centennial Park. You have 30 minutes.
Richard, you're a national hero now.
Thank you, sir. But I was just doing my job.
You always look at the guy who found the bomb, just like you always look at the guy who found the body.
Jewel fits the profile of the lone bomber.
A frustrated white man who is a police wannabe who seeks to become a hero.
We're running it.
You're a suspect. You don't talk.
I talk. Say it.
I don't talk.
This might be the only way to clear your name. I want you to say there's a bomb in Centennial Park. You have 30 minutes.
Stop trying to be their best friend.
I was raised to respect authority.
Authorities are looking to eat you alive.
There's a bomb in Centennial Park. You have 30 minutes.
I'm sorry, what?
His accusers are two of the most powerful forces in the world, the United States government and the media.
I do want to help y'all. I'm law enforcement too. There is a bomb in Centennial Park. You have 30 minutes.
Did he do it?
Richard Jewell is an innocent man. He's a hero.
There is a bomb in Centennial Park. You have 30 minutes.
One more time, just a little louder.
I report the facts.
You've ruined this man's life.
There is a bomb in Centennial Park. You have 30 minutes.
Do a couple in a row.
My son saved people's lives.
There is a bomb in Centennial Park. You have 30 minutes.
You set that bomb.
There is a bomb in Centennial Park. You have 30 minutes.
I don't know how to protect you.
I think your client is guilty as hell.
They want to fry you.
You ready to start fighting back?